This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190M, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. I guess it's where's my calendar? Tuesday? It's Tuesday morning. People when you listen to my show, don't ever follow my lead on if it's Tuesday or Wednesday or Saturday, because I really the hell don't know what day it is most of the time. I mean, that's just in life with me. So if I say Tuesday, I will never lie to you about political situations. I will always give you the truth. And I try to give you the truth on a day, but being the idiot I am, sometimes I don't know what the hell day it is, but I think you guys feel the same way. You get up one morning, unless it's a Saturday and Sunday for everybody that works Monday through Friday. But for us that work Monday through Monday, it really doesn't make a damn difference. For the religious people, on Sunday it does. But so believe everything I say except, and good morning. I mean, I get up, I know it's morning, but don't believe the day until you check the calendar. But if you heard our transition coming in the day, we were going to start that tomorrow. We're still working on our 1190 site to get a bolder and stronger signal. So we had to pull the power down or pull the power off. And we thought it was better to pull the power down because we want to make sure all of our engineers and workers out there on our transmitter site and our towers to make sure that they're safe. So we decided to turn the power down. Now in the outer listening area, it's going to be rough for another 2 or 3 or 4 days. But after that, you're going to hear a signal that's going to boom your ears off. Having said that, we're simulcasting now on 1430 AM KZQZ, the best in the golden oldies. And I know there's going to be people that turn the radio on today and at 10 o'clock wanted to hear the Beach Boys or Elvis, Little Richard, the Four Tops, and they're going to hear Complete Idiot, Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio. So for you people that are listening on 1430 AM KZQZ, don't think you went nuts. You may go nuts after listening to my show, but I will be broadcasting on both KQQZ 1190 AM and KZQZ 1430 AM. We'll be simulcasting on 1430 AM Monday through Friday, our 10 o'clock show and our 4 o'clock repeat show. Now at midnight, it won't be on 1430, only on 1190. And we did that because with the expansion on KZQZ 1430 AM, we can reach 4.5 potential million listeners. Now, I know I don't have quite that many, maybe 4 million, but we're going to expand the area with KZQZ and KQQZ. We're going to be able to go out just about to the Indiana border, down south, a hell of a distance, past Farmington. We're going to go north at least to Bloomington, Illinois. You know how far Bloomington is. And west probably to Columbia, Missouri. So we're going to take both stations and we're going to simulcast because elections are coming up, politics are coming up, and all of our stations have been monikered. 1430 is Hot Talk, Golden Oldies. 1190 is Hot Talk, Cool Killer Country. And we're going to do a lot of hot talk. And we want to get everybody involved. So with the pickup and the simulcasting on 1430, there's going to be close to 5 million potential listeners. So I would tell you people now that are listening on 1190 in the outer area that's having a rough time picking it up in a good radio quality. I'm sure you can still hear it, but there may be some crackling because we're down about half power until we get everything, all the improvements done. So it may take another 3 or 4 days. So we want to apologize for that. But like I said, it's like getting the asphalt fixed on the highway. For 2 or 3 weeks or a month, everybody is inconvenienced, go down to one lane. But when those 3 lanes open up, and you got smooth sailing, then you're glad that you were aggravated for 2 or 3 weeks, and that's what we're doing here on KQQZ 1190. So I would ask you all now, if you're on KQQZ 1190 AM, take a minute, take 1 second, and flip it to 1430. See if maybe you get a little bit better coverage, a little bit better listening enjoyment by not having the crackling. But again, KQQZ 1190 AM will be up and running probably by the first of the week with our expanded signal there with the higher quality. We're going to try to put a stereo feature in 1190. So, but you'll have to bear with us. So anybody and everybody that's listening on 1190, all you got to do is hit that button at 1430 at 10 o'clock a.m. and at 4 o'clock p.m., and you'll be able to hear it. So we want to welcome all the new listeners on KZQZ 1430 AM. And we want to say goodbye to probably some of the listeners because some of the people won't like the way I present things, but I present things in the matter that I have to present them in to get everybody's attention, to let everybody know how serious these political situations are. So if you don't like politics, at 10 o'clock and at 4 o'clock on KZQZ 1430 AM, switch it somewhere else. But I know you'll come back because KQQZ 1190 AM has the best in cool killer classic country. You can't get classic country anywhere but right here on 1190 AM, and you can never get any better of the golden oldies, the 50s and 60s, other than KZQZ 1430 AM, recently voted the #1 station in the St. Louis market. So I just want to give you a little backdrop as to what's going on. Let's take care of our housekeeping, and then we're going Mark Sweetcakes Kern. What an idiot this stupid bastard is. This stupid son of a bitch is going to run. We'll talk about it in a minute. I want to get my housekeeping out of the way. And for all you people that have tuned in on 1430, we are crazy here, so don't think that you've got some out-of-state radio station, some pirated station that somebody's playing a joke on you, because this is not a joke. We're crazy here every day. And if you don't like it, I say just turn it off. Chapter 1255, our good friends, the American Legion, the Riders, American Legion Riders. Chapter 1255 will have their meet shoot Sunday, October the 18th, located 201 Eiler Road in Belleville, Illinois. It's veterans helping veterans. Any questions or concerns, you can contact 538-5445. That's 538-5445. The St. Clair County Republican Chairman's Reception will be held next Tuesday, October the 20th, at Fisher's Restaurant. I believe it's 20th and West Main, from 5 to 8:30 p.m. It's meet the 2016 Republican candidates, and the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition is united with the Republicans to get rid of the culture of corruption in St. Clair County, to make this a two-party system. The chairman, Doug Jamison, would invite everyone to come to Fisher's. It's $25 per person, $40 per couple. You can get your tickets at the door. And I would ask anyone, I don't give a damn, black, white, men, women, Democrat, Republicans, if you want to help get rid of the democratic culture of corruption, if you want to start another two-party system, a two-party system that is good for everyone, try to make it to the Republican Meet the Candidates Forum on October the 20th, Tuesday, October the 20th, from 5 to 8:30 p.m. at Fisher's Restaurant. There's not a number for questions or concerns, but show up if you would. It's $40 a couple, $25 per person at the door. And you'll learn who the Republican candidates are. You'll learn who the coalition candidates are. And what you'll learn more than anything is a way to get back to a two-party system and to fight this culture of corruption in St. Clair County. Freeburg Troop 30 Boy Scout Barbecue to be held at the Rural Family Medicine parking lot from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on October the 17th. Any questions or concerns, you can call our good friend Randy Casper. It's 618-779-6209. St. Stephen's Men's Club in Caseyville. Sunday, October the 18th from 8 a.m. to noon at Vote Hall, located at Route 157 in Caseyville, right next to the Caseyville City Hall. They're all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast. Also, sponsored by the St. Stephen's Catholic Church Men's Club, the Trivia Night. Saturday, October the 17th, this Saturday, doors open at 6:30. Trivia starts at 7 p.m. Any questions or concerns, you can call Paul Steiger at 618-344-4400. We've got here, no, not that. Don't forget the Andy and Debbie's Haunted Halloween, their Halloween hotel, their 30th annual adult Halloween costume party. It'll be held Saturday, October the 24th at the AmVets Hall in Madison, Illinois. If you'd like to attend, the radio station will be there. You can call 618-452-1123 or 618-452-1234. The AmVets Post 51, Granite City, Illinois, having their turkey shoot every Sunday until November the 22nd. They're located at 5100 Lakeview Drive in Granite City. That's the AmVets Post 51. Fish Fry coming up this Friday, October the 16th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Scottish Rites Temple at 1549 Frank Scott Parkway West in Belleville, Illinois. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper Radio. You can go to our streaming, insanebroadcasting.com, one word, common spelling. Please like us on Facebook at KQQZ 1190 AM or our sister station at KZQZ 1430 AM. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. and also broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every Monday through Friday at the stroke of midnight. On this date, October the 13th, 1792, the Old Farmer's Almanac was first published. On this date, October the 13th, 1913, the first air passenger flight was made from Albany to New York City. On this date, October the 13th, 1954, the United States Air Force authorized the B-52 bomber, the first supersonic bomber to be flown in our great country. On this date, October the 13th, very appropriate, 1971, the first night game in World Series history was played at Pittsburgh's Three Rivers Stadium between the Baltimore Orioles and the Pittsburgh Pirates. On this date, October the 13th, 1974, TV legend Ed Sullivan died. On this date, October the 13th, 1983, Ameritech Mobile Communications, now AT&T, launched its first United States cellular network in Chicago, Illinois. That's what happened on this date, October the 13th, throughout all these years in our world's history. I want to say a very sad note. My good friend Carl Gallion from Cahokia is being laid to rest today, and I want to say to Martha again and all their family, the Gallion family, our deepest condolences. And Carl, I hope you rest in peace, and you were a great friend. Thanks for being my friend. Don't have many, but thank you for being my friend. Also, want to say hi to Shelley Schwagel. She owns the All Day Excavating Company in Freeburg. I met her Saturday at the Chili Cook-Off, a beautiful lady. And also Matt Trout from Freeburg. He's a village trustee. Those people out there in Freeburg, they know how to meet and greet people. What a great group of people in Freeburg. And I want to thank everybody out there. I want to thank Big Steve from the Red Feather Tavern in Washington Park, been 40 years ago. And two very, very nice people, Bob and Rita Santinello. Bob's in real estate. They had a restaurant. The family had a restaurant down in East St. Louis many years ago. And what a great place that Nello's was. So everybody in Freeburg, again, thank you very much for all your hospitality. I got to say, these idiots, I guess it's the Keller Group, they're trying to okey-doke the people of Belleville into this $90-some-odd million operation next to the shrine. And I got to tell you, I am a complete idiot, and I'm more than half crazy, but I'm not stupid. See, there's a difference between being crazy and being stupid, and I am not stupid. But these ignorant son of a bitches, they're trying to put a $92 million development across from the shrine. Now, you can't have 5 restaurants, 4 hotels, a convenience store, a banquet center. Number one, those places will all fold because it's not going to make it. Now, maybe one restaurant, maybe one hotel, maybe a little banquet center and a little convenience store, but not a $91, $92 million project right there. It's never going to be successful if it's all built, and I don't think it'll be built. But if it's all built, they'll have plywood on the doors at the end of the year or two. Belleville cannot and will not support 5 restaurants, 4 hotels, a convenience store, a banquet center. And if they do, you heard me talk about Fisher's. I guess Fisher's will be out of business. Once again, they're moving everything to the outer Route 15 corridor, so nobody inside Belleville, nobody with the business, will get any business. And now they tell me there's going to be upscale homes. Homes will cost from $500,000 to $1 million right off Route 15, a little bit south of the high school, Belleville West High School, on Frank Scott Parkway. I believe it's the same group, this Keller Group. And they say there's going to be $500,000 to $1 million homes. They're selling $400,000, $500,000 homes in Oak Hill for $150,000, $200,000. You tell me the market's going to bear $500,000 to $1 million homes? But Mark Eckert, Mark Maximus Vaginus Eckert, pussy boy Mark Maximus Vaginus Eckert, the illustrious mayor of Belleville. It's great to capture some of those doctors that come from the medical field, or lawyers, or people who are looking to build that beautiful estate home. Hey, Mark Eckert, you idiot. I know you're smoking some of that crap they're trying to legalize. You people drive down past the high school south on Frank Scott Parkway. That development is going to build $500,000 to $1 million homes, and somebody's going to buy them? Are you crazy? They'd buy the homes in Oak Hill. They'd buy the homes in Country Club. That's never going to fly. But you notice that Mark Eckert, the mayor of Belleville's taking care of all of his people in Belleville like hell he is. He's concerned about some doctors from out of the area and lawyers moving in that area. And I'll tell you what, if there's a lawyer moves in that area, please don't hire him for your legal defense, because I guarantee you're bucking a loser if anybody's that big of idiot. The subdivision is going to be 3 lakes, 28 lake front lots, 2 entrances to Frank Scott Parkway, Parkview West Estates. Now, what the hell is wrong with the leadership in Belleville to think that this is going to fly, to think that the $92 million development is going to fly? And again, you don't have to be, and if anybody's got a take on that, feel free to give me a call. Toll free, 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. You can't tell me that anybody's that stupid to say that development is going to work. Not only next to the shrine, that $92, $95 million, hell, might as well be $4 billion development. And now there's going to be $1 million homes right south of Belleville West High School on Frank Scott Parkway. I don't believe, and it's front page top fold like everybody believes this crap. That's the problem, people. We get okey-fadoked by these politicians. No way in hell is that ever going to fly. No way in hell. And now we get, you heard it yesterday, that Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, and one of these days I'll be able to put out why we call him Sweet Cakes. And I'll tell you, it's as ugly as my face, and as scary as my face, and as stinky as his white wrinkled ass. It won't be pretty when I put it out. But this ignorant son of a bitch is seeking a fourth term. And he's touting it. I'm seeking a fourth term. I said yesterday, it's not the Guinness Book of World Records. We don't need somebody there 25, 35 years to break some kind of record. We need somebody as the St. Clair County Board Chairman that's going to do something for the people of St. Clair County. And I ask you, and I'll ask you again and again, is your life better now in St. Clair County? Is your family's life better now in St. Clair County? Are your taxes lower now that Mark Kern has been at the helm for 12 years, people? You hear me, 12 years, and he's bragging about it. He's bragging about it. And in this no-count, good-for-nothing, sleazy, greasy, political, parasitical punk bastard that we call a politician, Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, he says there's a lot of good going on in St. Clair County. Is he nuts? He must have just woke up from a 14 or 12 or whatever many years he's been in office. He must have woke up from a good sleep. Because this son of a bitch don't have a check on reality whatsoever. Everything's good. Taxes. But guess what they're going to do? In the paper today, top fold, front page, we're only $7.5 million in deficit this year for the Mid-America Airport. But that's not including the depreciation and all the money that they hide. Because in this article it says that they separate the money from the county and the Public Building Commission and every other commission. We're going to take about a $12 to $13 million hit, people, on this airport this year and every year. It's cost us, the taxpayers, all of us hardworking taxpayers of St. Clair County, it's cost us over $1.5 billion, with a B, people, $1.5 billion since the inception. That's the building and the maintenance for the last 16, 18 years. Over $1.5 billion, and they keep going. They keep going. And here, the county chairman says, county plans to avoid raising property taxes for 2016. See, that would piss me off more than anything. This no good son of a bitch and the democratic culture of corruption in St. Clair County, they raise taxes, they raise fees. All of us have had our taxes raised. And they're going to continue to raise them. But guess what they're not going to do? In 2016, the county board chairman says plans to avoid. Doesn't say they're going to not raise them, but he plans to avoid raising property taxes in 2016. That's only because it's an election year. That's what pisses me off. You might as well slap us in the face with our tax bills, you stupid idiot, Mark Sweet Cakes Kern. No property tax raises in 2016. But what about 17, 18, 19? You'll raise them up our behinds. And in 2020, no more taxes. No more raises on any of our taxes. I'm surprised, Kern, you haven't said that there's not going to be any taxes. Because you son of a bitches are going to be desperate enough in 2016 that you're going to tell the public anything they want to hear. And I don't think the people of St. Clair County are that stupid. But 2016, they don't want to raise taxes because it's an election year. It says that it had a deficit of only $3.8 million in 2014. 2013, $5.5 million deficit. And this idiot says that the county is financially healthy to absorb the shortfall. I've never known any successful business that's financially healthy to absorb a $4 and $5 and $6 and $13 million shortfall every year. Are you crazy? You ignorant, stupid son of a bitch. Are you nuts? And do you think that we, the people of St. Clair County, are that stupid? It says they had to transfer another $7.5 million from the county to the airport. Unbelievable, people. But they've got jobs out there for their people. Cantrell, this idiot, the director of the airport, made $130,000 last year, plus minus, benefits, pension that we got to pay for the rest of his life. And he got bonuses for another one of 18 unsuccessful years with that Mid-America airport debacle. But see, people, it's their money. It's their money, they think. But it's not. It's our money. They think, hey, that's our money because we're the elected officials. No, it's our money, the hardworking taxpayers of St. Clair County. And you people better get up in arms or we'll be another $500 million in debt. But the county runs a deficit again. And again, you hear me, in 2014. And this idiot Kern is telling everybody that we're in good shape. The county has $102 million in expenses in 2014. $102 million, people. It was $97 million in 2013. And it's probably going to be $115 million in 2015. Do you notice? Every year goes up $4 or $5 million in expenses. Where the hell do they think that money's coming from? We know where it's coming from. It's coming from us. And Kern says he will not recommend raising taxes. What a piece of crap you are, you rotten bastard. Do you think we're stupid? We know why you're going to say not raise taxes, but don't raise our taxes 10% this year. But when you get elected next year, and you're not going to because I think the people of St. Clair County have found you out, you'll raise them 15%. You guys will make up the difference. That's what they do, people. It's the old okey-fadoke. And I know you're not going to fall for it. We're going to continue with this right after our break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. I've just received a couple emails here. Tonight, they're having their village board meeting tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. in Cahokia. And those guys in Cahokia are fighting the fight against Curtis McCall, Sr. and Jr. His other son now is an alderman in Centerville. I've told you before, it's not the Curtis McCall team. It's the Curtis McCall family. But that's what they do in St. Clair County. These politicians take care of themselves and their families. The other 99% are left to fight for themselves. And that's what we're going to do in 2016, people. It's not a Democratic thing. It's not a Republican thing. It's not a white or black thing. It's a wrong or right thing. And it's wrong what the St. Clair County Central Democratic Committee, the St. Clair County Culture of Corruption, has been doing for 20, 30, 40 years. And 2016 is the time we say it's going to stop. But anyway, you people get out to Cahokia and support Jerry Nichols, the lone wolf. He's the only one fighting for the people of Cahokia. They're going to put another 5 or 6 people to work out there. But Curtis McCall has to do that. He's promised 400 people jobs, and he's given 10 or 12 jobs out. And if you good people in Cahokia will notice, it's to the people that helped get him elected. You don't stand a chance unless we stand tall. None of us, I say none of us stand a chance. Okay, where else we at? I had a gentleman tell me this, and what a great little slogan. He said, instead of waiting for your ship to come in, and that's what we all do, we sit at the dock of the bay waiting for the ship to come in. Instead of waiting for your ship to come in, he says, swim out to it. What a great phrase. Don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it. Which means don't wait for somebody to give you something. Go out there and earn something. Go out there and fight the fight. Fight for whatever cause you believe in. Guarantee you, it'll make you feel good. Sweet Cakes Kern, you idiot. He says here that they've got 2 or 3 auditors. They better have 15 auditors, and it wouldn't be. And I like Brendan Kelly, personally. Politically, I think he's in with the wrong boys, playing with the wrong crowd. But they got to have 3 or 4 CPAs to keep these bastards honest. And Kern says, in quotes, we believe we're doing everything to the spirit of the law. Do you hear me? To the spirit? No, Kern. When you're dealing with our money, it better be the letter of the law, not the spirit, which means you can deviate from the law. No, it better be the letter of the law, you idiot. But it's unbelievable. These guys are really in la-la land when they say, even though everybody talks bad about the airport, there's some changes to increase the charges in service fees, more flights, more passengers. But that's more passengers, as I said a couple of weeks ago. They're going to Vegas. They're going to spend probably $250,000. The money that could be spent here, they're going to spend it out in Vegas because Vegas is smart enough. The town of Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, is smart enough to supplement these Allegiant flights. So our people from this area will go out to Vegas and spend their money at the restaurants, at the hotels, at the gambling casinos, at all the other venues, concert venues, entertainment venues. So we're making $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 from Allegiant, but it's costing us $250,000. You people, you're not going to fall for that crap. But at the end of the day, this Mid-America airport, and everybody is so tired of talking about it. But you can't be tired of talking about losing taxpayers' money to the tune of $12 to $14 million a year. And then one of their spokesmen said, well, if we get some more activity at the airport, we'll get some more federal grants. And I've said it a zillion times, there's no grant fairy out there sprinkling dollar bills down from the heavens. I don't care if it's federal grants, state grants, local grants. It's our money. It's all our tax dollars that these politicians distribute back to us like they're giving us something. You know, if I give you a $10 bill and one change, you give me 2 5s back. You haven't done anything financially for me. You shuffle my money around. And that's what these bastards, no, don't worry about it. It's a federal grant. It's a federal grant. That's our money that they send to Washington, and then they dole out all the politicians like they're doing something. Hey, you bastard politicians, you rotten, no-count, good-for-nothing, sleazy bastards, take some money out of your pocket. Quit taking it out of ours. It pisses me off, people, and I know it pisses you guys off. The school district, 189, I wish you guys the best. They're still fighting the fight down there. And I said yesterday, where are the local officials? Where's the mayor? Where's the board? Where's these guys that say they're fighting for East St. Louis? Where's the NAACP? That's hurting primarily the black students in East St. Louis. And I know some of the politicians will say, well, most of the teachers or a lot of the teachers don't live in our district, don't live in our voting zone, so to speak, because that's all they gauge anything on is, can you vote for me? But every student in East St. Louis, their parents can vote you people in the office, or they can vote you people out of office. It's amazing. It's amazing that people don't realize that, or they realize it and don't give a damn. And I don't give a damn if anybody in East St. Louis gives a damn about the politicians, but you better give a damn about the children of this world. Everybody, black and white. Just don't distinguish a color when you look at a child. You don't distinguish a color when you look at an animal, one of your pets, your furry family members. You don't distinguish between black and white. Are you nuts? So why are we doing that? We're doing it because the politicians want to divide and conquer. They know if the decent whites and the decent blacks ever get together, they're in trouble. And I think it's coming. I think it's coming, if nothing else, out of desperation. People have held back. You know, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's not going to get better until we, the vast majority, the silent majority, stand up and say, we're going to make it better. Until then, nothing's going to happen. But the school district 189, I think it's local 1220. I wish you guys the best down there. And Culver, what a piece of crap you are. You low-life, no-count, good-for-nothing vulture bastard. You're eating the flesh off the good people of School District 189. Then you take your money to Springfield, to Chicago. You take all your administrators you brought down from Springfield in Chicago with the help, of course, of Senator Foghorn. I say Buckwheat Claiborne, and I did say Buckwheat Claiborne. It's unbelievable. They bring people from out of the area to screw you good people. They bring people from out of the area to grab a financial grab, $200,000-300,000 I've been informed, with benefits and pension that Culver gets. $250,000-300,000 for a superintendent of an impoverished school district. Let's take that money and give it to the teachers that actually educate our most precious commodity. Not to the administrators who sit on their ass. They're no more than politicians. They're not administrators, they're politicians. But I hope everybody gets the end result that's needed. And the end result that's needed in 189 is for the school district to give these teachers a decent salary. So not only can they educate the children of 189, so their children can have the opportunity to have the money to get a good education, whatever school district they're in. You know, it's like it just goes downhill, people. These teachers, they're not getting paid. Maybe they don't live in the school district, but they've got families. They've got children that need to be fed to go to school, that need books, that need clothes. So it's just a downward spiral when something like this happens. So the educators in 189, I would hope that you'll demand from Stanley Franklin, the president of the NAACP. What a piece of crap he is. And this is a white guy saying to a black president of the NAACP, what a piece of crap you are. And as you all know, I'm running for state representative. East St. Louis is in my 114th district. And I don't want to piss anybody off. But if I'm telling the truth and it pisses you off, just be pissed off. But I'm distinguishing the proud black community, the vast proud black community, from the few plantation Negroes. Stanley Franklin to go up there and step and fetch for the Kerns. They tell me that a couple days ago, Roy Mosley talked about the Kerns letting him and Willie Big Mac McIntosh, who had just passed away, and my condolences to Joan McIntosh and the entire McIntosh family. But Mac was sitting there laying in state. And here's Mosley, Roy Mosley Sr., saying, oh, the Kern let us fish in his fishing hole. And here's Ray Coleman. They made it a political rally, people. And they honored Sprague and Kern, two white, no-good son of a bitches that I believe don't like black people at all. I personally don't believe that. And I think the black community, the black political leaders down in East St. Louis, I think they think the same way I do. But here's a black church with a black man supposed to be honored on the day of his death, on the day of his departing us, on the day that he's going to be buried. And some of these plantation Negroes are touting Kern and Sprague, the white boys from Belleville, and Kern and Sprague just suck it all up. I got something you can suck all up, Kern and Sprague, and it ain't votes. But for the proud black community, you got to get off your ass. You can't be so apathetic. I know they beat you down and they've knocked you down, but they ain't knocked you out. So let's all get up. Let's stand tall and let's take care of these rotten bastards once and for all. This is Bob Romanik. the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, and proud to be your First Amendment and all-American stations, Radical Radio. And we stand tall always as the Patriot. I want to salute Dr. Bill Mason down in East St. Louis. I like what ex-Mayor Mason, a great man, said. He said he wished the same level of community involvement and money that community leaders put up to support the work of the NAACP could go to help fight for jobs for the people of East St. Louis in the surrounding area. And I say the same thing. Where the hell does the money for the NAACP go? You know, Mark Sweet Cakes Kern's wife, Erin the Sasquatch, the hairy-ass Sasquatch, she got 2 awards. Now, I wonder if it was because they give $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 to the NAACP. Stanley Franklin, would you take $50,000 from the Ku Klux Klan? Would you take $50,000 from the skinheads? I believe you would, Stanley Franklin, because I think it's a money grab. You're not out there to help the black community. And I've had people say, Bob, you're going to need their support. I'm going to ask for the people of East St. Louis's support, but I'm not going to kiss an ass because I don't want them kissing a politician's ass. I want them doing what's right. And I'll fight for everyone, black and white. The NAACP in East St. Louis, to me, is a farce. They do nothing for nobody. They got their big shots. They all got their $400 or $500 suits on. It's not a play for the poor people. It's a play for the big shots. Kern's there. All the political leaders are there. And they get touted for being such great leaders. Are you crazy? Nobody else will say that. Bob Romanik will say that today and every day. And I'll suffer whatever consequences that I may have to suffer, but I'll be damned. I said before, all these deaths, I've lived as a man and I'm going to die as a man. Don't give a damn about money. Don't give a damn about titles. There's too many men, proud men and women, walking the streets, not just of St. Clair County, but this entire country. And we've been beat up and beat on. And me, for one, I'm not going to take it anymore. Don't need money to beat these bastards in the election. You need guts. You need stamina. You need conviction. That's what we need to beat these rotten bastards. They can throw all the money they want come election time in 2016. But a proud man and woman, they won't take the money. They'll vote their conscience. Now, if they give me $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, maybe my conscience wavers a little bit. But when they give you $5, $10, $15, they give you a blunt, they give you a half a pint of some cheap whiskey, that shows how disrespectful these boys in Belleville are. Not just to East St. Louis, but below the hill in Cahokia, Centerville. I hope everybody understands what's going on. And I'm going to continue to harp day in and day out about every political situation. I don't care what side of the river. It's always the same game. There's just different players. Again, thank all the new listeners who did keep tuned to KZQZ 1430 AM. We're going to start simulcasting every day at both 10 a.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. And I will say all the listeners, again, to 1190. If it's a little staticky while we're working on 1190 to improve that signal, and it'll be gangbusters when it's done, flip over to 1430. But either way, we got a coverage of close to 4.5 million potential listeners, and we're going to try to hit every one of them. So if it doesn't work good for you on 1190, hit it on 1430. I think you'll be fine. That'll be every day at 10 o'clock and 4. We will not broadcast the from the graveyard to the graveyard shift on 1430, only on 1190 at midnight. And next week we'll have 1190 up, and we'll have two of the most powerful signals in the St. Louis market. And we're going to use those signals for the betterment of the entire community. Before I leave, you political people in East St. Louis, why do you follow God Sprague? He's going to play this guy against that guy against this guy. He's going to shove a little bit of money this way and a lot of money the other way. He's going to try to hedge his bets. You good people in East St. Louis and Centerville Township, you need to call Sprague and tell him you're not going to fall for the okey-doke. You people come out against God Sprague. You can run him out of the county. You can run Kern out of the county. You guys have the wherewithal. You have the votes. You don't need those son of a bitches in Belleville. They need you. Don't let them scare you. Don't let them intimidate you. I had one friend, well, Bob, we're talking about going against them, and they're going to send the sheriff's department down. I say, number one, they're not going to. They're going to try to intimidate everybody. Don't be intimidated, people. These bastards in St. Clair County are nothing but a bunch of bullies. A bunch of bullies that we can beat at the end of the day if we all stick together. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio. And you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio. And as always, we are proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow. Come on back and we'll fight. We'll fight the fight day in and day out. And people, if we continue to fight these rotten bastards, not just in St. Clair County, we're going to go to Madison County eventually. We've been over to St. Louis. We have to fight the fight wherever it is. Madison County, they're running Republicans strong. They're back to a two-party system. That's what we need. We don't have to tout Democrats and Republicans. Let's tout a two-party system where people can decide from two candidates who they want to lead. Who they want to lead, not who the politicians shove down our throat. And as always, we can continue to do that. If you hear me, we unite. We can expose these no-count political parasitical bastards that we call politicians, these perverted punks that we call politicians, and we can drag them. Let's embarrass them as we're dragging them down the street. And at the end of the day, you know what we got to do? We got to shove those bastards over that cliff. We got to put a political stake in their political hearts, if they have a heart. And we have to destroy them once and for all. Destroy them politically, of course. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American Station. A division of Insane Broadcasting. Renegade Radio.
KQQZ, St. Louis.